Hi, I'm Sarah from OPTIMIZEYOU. Let's take some time to talk about brain health. Is mental clarity or brain health and optimization something that's important to you? Do you ever worry that your cognition is declining or that you're not as attuned as you used to be? Do you want to stay sharp and feel mentally vibrant? I mean, who doesn't? I do. This is one of the top 10 things that we talk about in our clinic with our patients. Feeling mentally strong is a game changer. Think about the days that you feel like you're firing on all cylinders, when you feel really great, versus the days when you're dragging and not feeling as productive as you'd like to be. I hate feeling like that. I basically do everything in my power to avoid that feeling. There's a pretty big discrepancy between your best self, your higher self, the superhero version of yourself, when you feel like you're at your optimal mental capacity and can achieve anything, and your less than ideal state of cognition, where you're barely able to think or can't get anything done. Or maybe for you, it's not that bad. Maybe you just find yourself forgetting words or what you walked into a room for, or you're just not as sharp or productive as you know you could be. Maybe it's hard for you to reach your goals or be creative, or you can't quite figure out how to create the life that you desire. Steph and I want to help you tune up your mental health. We want you to feel like your brain is firing on all cylinders as often as possible. We are all going to have good days and bad days, and there's no perfect, and honestly, perfect is boring and not realistic. But what if we could help you up your game and feel great more often than not? I want to give you 6 strategies that will help you stay on top of your brain game. I'm going to give you 3 today and 3 next week. This is a 2-part series on brain health. When put into practice together, which is the key, add up to a mentally charged version of you. Okay, so let's get on with it. First things first. The first strategy is to make sleep non-negotiable. Many people think that they can get away with less than 8 hours of sleep, but cutting yourself short, you will surely in the long run decrease your cognitive abilities. Leading sleep scientist Matthew Walker, who presides over the neuroimaging lab at UC Berkeley for the last 20 years, says, "We know for a fact that sleep enriches our ability to learn, memorize, and make logical decisions." He says sleep is the single most effective thing that we can do to reset our brain and body health each day. He describes the consequences of skimping on sleep to be detrimental for the brain function and your overall health. He lists a disturbing myriad of health consequences resulting from a lack of sleep. I just want to give you a couple of examples. After just one night of only 4 to 5 hours of sleep, your natural killer cells, the ones that attack cancer cells that appear in your body every day, drop by 70%. That's a lot. Routinely sleeping less than 6 or 7 hours a night demolishes your immune system, more than doubling your risk of cancer. One other not so fun fact is adults 45 years or older who sleep fewer than 6 hours a night are 200% more likely to have a heart attack or stroke during their lifetime, as compared with those who are sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night. Those statistics are enough to give anyone pause, right? My own personal experiences that whether I sleep enough or not will make or break my day. It is the #1 factor that will predict how my brain will function on any given day. I think that I'm more sensitive to sleep deprivation than most people, but I also think you can take my canary-like tendencies or my extreme sensitivity to sleep duration and quality, along with the cutting-edge research that is being done on sleep, and make it a priority for yourself and your brain health. So, what do you do about it? Do your best to get 8 hours every night. Go to bed at as close to the same time every night as you can. Remove screens an hour or more before bed, and come up with a wind down routine like a bath, meditation, essential oil routine, or a fun book that you like to read. All these things are very doable. I know that you can do better with sleep. Okay, strategy number 2. Maintain your nutrition and eat anti-inflammatory for you. Have you ever felt that a meal really shut you down? Maybe you felt tired or experienced brain fog afterward. Eating right for your body is extremely important to your mental health. If you experience systemic inflammation from food that your body is reacting to, you can be assured that your brain will suffer from inflammation as well. In the book Grain Brain by David Perlmutter, he provides research that the fate of your brain is not in your genes. It is in the food that you eat. The cornerstone of all degenerative conditions, including brain disorders, is inflammation, which can be triggered by refined and processed foods, especially carbs containing gluten or foods that are high in sugar. So how do you figure out what foods are right for your body? In Module 2 of Surviving to Thriving, our online course, you'll find a strategy to guide you in deciding which foods you are intolerant to and cause inflammation and which foods make you feel great. But in the meantime, let me break down the very basic guidelines that we provide in our clinic to patients that we suspect are experiencing inflammation due to food that is not working for them. Think this is not you? Most people have some food intolerances. Ask yourself, do you ever feel tired after you eat? Do you have pain in your body, particularly in your hands? Does your stomach get gassy or bloated? Do you have constipation or diarrhea? Does your brain feel foggy? These are common signs of food intolerances. So some basic guidelines for nutrition. Eat lots of green vegetables. Eat protein. So that can be meats or legumes depending on your body and your preferences. Eat high quality fats and minimize processed foods and refined foods. We want you to eat whole, real food. Strategy number 3 is daily exercise, even if it's just 30 minutes. We know that moving your body 4 to 5 days a week at a minimum makes a big impact on brain health. David Perlmutter, again, of the Grain Brain says the simple act of moving your body will do more for your brain than any riddle, math equation, mystery book, or even thinking itself. This is another personal insight and awareness that I have honed in over the past 20 years. I exercise to feel great in my mind. It helps me stay positive and maintain mental clarity. Whether I exercise or not dramatically dictates how I feel mentally. We see it with our patients all the time. For most people to stay supercharged in their cognition, exercise has a major impact and it affects mood, motivation, and mental capacity. It is our number 1 recommendation when we're treating people for anxiety and depression. For me, I prefer 30 to 40 minutes of weights or a HIIT workout. What works for your body? If you don't know, play around with a variety of movements from walking to weightlifting. You can cycle, do yoga. The possibilities are endless. Pay attention to your energy level, your level of soreness after exercise, hunger, and stamina. I always say to my patients, just put your shoes on and do something, anything. Walk out the door, do lunges, do squats, go for a walk, stretch in the backyard, or go run some stairs. Start incorporating these 3 strategies to optimize brain health today. Together, they will add up to have a big impact on the way you feel. Next week, I'll be back with 3 more powerful strategies to add to your regimen.